Welcome to SVGTV News for Monday, May 7, 2018. I'm Yvesta Bowens with the details. Members on the opposition bench in Parliament have expressed the need to have public exchange on the Attorney General's reference Constitutional Questions Bill 2018. In Parliament last Thursday, Senator K. Bacchus-Batiste expressed concern about the government's decision to bring such a bill to the Parliament at this time. Member of Parliament for Central Kingstown, St. Clair Leacock, said that the public had expressed unease over the bill which they claim would change elements of the Constitution without a referendum. Leacock said the components of the bill need public input, including that of the Bar of Association. Bacchus-Batiste, on the other hand, also noted that she received the documentation on the bill a mere 2 days before it was brought to Parliament, which was not enough time for her to go through and make a solid contribution on its debate. Bacchus-Batiste said there was no need to rush the bill since such changes could affect the dynamics of a referendum.
Understand how far-reaching this act is. It is not just about the no confidence motion. It goes much further. This act is passed and you can have the same situation occurring in St. Lucia as regards the right to remove the Privy Council without a referendum, without a two-thirds majority and other things like that. And I think it is too far-reaching with respect that this should be done in this manner, read 3 times in one sitting, a bill that was just introduced. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition has not had a time to look at it. We only got it for 2 days. I have not had a chance to properly look at it. The public never heard about this act before maybe last night or today. So it is too far-reaching. This is not just about no confidence motion. This, and not only that, some of the provisions of the act itself are worrisome. And I therefore think that all we were asking here is that the public be given more time. Don't rush it through in one debate. If it will pass because you have the majority, maybe it will pass, but give the public a chance, we are requesting, to look at it, especially as it concerns the right of appeal to the Privy Council.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves denied there being any hidden agenda with the Attorney General reference Constitution Bill 2018. PM Gonsalves, who earlier pushed for all 3 readings at Thursday's sitting, said that the bill is not aimed to oust or get rid of anyone. He also noted that the bill has nothing to do with making changes to the Constitution. However, it aids in the interpretation of the Constitution as similar aspects in neighboring St. Lucia.
There is nothing, no hidden agenda in this bill. In fact, the only instruction I gave to the Honorable Attorney General, could you please get the bill, the act from St. Lucia, and let us bring the same act. That's all. He got it. And we bring it. And as you see, there is a safeguard at every step. And I want to repeat, this bill does not oust anyone, any litigant, from going to the court, the High Court, and bring a matter, Mr. Speaker, a factual matter upon which the Court of Appeal has pronounced and given an opinion. But of course, if they give an opinion in a legal sense, as they would, a legal opinion, the High Court will say, well, I am following the opinion of the Court of Appeal.
The Prime Minister accused Senator Batiste of scaremongering and further explained that the bill ensures that the Attorney General can have the Court of Appeal determine if a provision is constitutional or not.
Anything about taking away the power of the Privy Council? This bill doesn't say anything about that. This big, Mr. Speaker, the honorable senator must stop this scaremongering. Mr. Speaker,
St. Lucia.
In St. Lucia,
I don't believe this.
the Constitution in St. Lucia and the Constitution in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is identical in relation to the matter as far as the Privy Council is concerned. There's always been a debate that there has been the way it is written in the Constitution, you can make the argument that you needed to go to a referendum, or to go that way the Constitution is written, and to supply a missing word, or to change the interpretation on what persons had hitherto thought. The Court of Appeal ruled, they're not changing the Constitution, that in respect of that matter, you do not have to go to a referendum, but you have to come in the normal way to get a two-thirds majority in the House.
Former Prime Minister Sir James Mitchell on radio said he is alarmed at the efforts of the ruling Unity Labour Party administration to have the bill passed in Parliament. Sir James was speaking on the matter on Boom FM.
I am alarmed and concerned, no longer for myself, but for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As you know, I had to go all the way to the Privy Council and spend about 1.6 million EC dollars to clarify my position, to protect my name from bribery, to protect my family's name, to protect my party's name, and to protect my country's name. St. Vincent can quietly say now, and every Vincentian can say, this country did not have a prime minister that was guilty of any corruption.
The former Prime Minister also questioned the motives and timing of the bill.
Why attempt to change it? What is the government's agenda? What is it trying to do? Why do they want to abolish the Privy Council? Do they have a moral authority to do so? Bearing in mind that the people of St. Vincent rejected this, during the campaign, when I campaigned, along with our NDP, it is the strongest point that we made. And it was one of the things that motivated me, and that motivated every property owner in St. Vincent. And that is why there was a distinction, even in the political result, between a referendum and the constituency general election. Then, this is dangerous stuff. I would invite the government to rethink. I would invite them to leave well alone. I would like to know why are they continuing it now.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said the visit here by the Brazil Caribes Task Force ships signifies the close bond both countries share. Speaking at a cocktail ceremony on board one of the vessels, Prime Minister Gonsalves said SVG shares many similarities with Brazil and expressed hope for continued friendship with the South American country.
We are hoping that we will see increase in trade and cultural and educational exchanges. And this particular visit by the flotilla is one which is a symbol. It signifies our bonds of friendship, and I want to thank you very, very much. You are a very big country and we are a small one, but yet we are in the same hemisphere, and it's important that we keep our friendships together. We belong to the similar organizations, the Organization of American States, the Community of States of Latin America and the Caribbean, CELAC, and other regional organizations, the Pan American Health Organization. We do security work together, a wide range of matters.
Brazilian Ambassador Antonio José Rezende de Castro said the visit signifies the Navy's willingness to assist friendly countries in need.
And very honored with the presence of His Excellency the Prime Minister at this cocktail on board one of the ships of the Brazilian Navy, visiting St. Vincent and the Grenadines after a long time. We are very proud of that. We are very happy with your presence here. Showing the flag to friendly nations, it's a very commendable endeavor to tell them that the Brazilian Navy is capable and willing to be present in these areas and these seas, to be of help whenever it is needed, and to see that Brazil sees this area of an area of geostrategical interests for our country. The presence of the Prime Minister here is a big honor for all of us.
Each year, the Brazilian Navy conducts Operation Caribex, sending a task force to navigate Caribbean waters and visit ports of friendly nations in the region. The objective of the mission is to carry out military drills at sea in order to increase training and operational readiness among the ships involved, as well as to contribute to closer ties of friendship with the countries visited. Stakeholders in the fisheries sector recently came in for high praise as the country exported a record 36,000 pounds of fish product to Miami. Representatives from the Argyle International Airport, as well as a well-known shipping agency here, considered the shipment a positive step for the growth of the local fishing industry.
Are to be encouraged and take heart that there is now viable markets that they can reach in now the short term, and for their products to be showcased to the world. This seafood shipment is just one such example, and the AIA has given its commitment since day one to work with local entrepreneurs and work in the marketplace to provide support, especially in the cargo export area, to make sure that Vincentians are able to see tangible results from this development. And again, the shipment today is testament to that undertaking. So I give my congratulations to Bekwe Seafoods for the work that they have been doing in conjunction with Amerijet and the Ministry of Agriculture under the stewardship of Minister Caesar to make this happen. The AIA is proud to be a part of this, and we look forward to expanding this venture and taking St. Vincent to the rest of the world.
Good afternoon. Just want to take this opportunity to congratulate Minister Caesar and his team for excellent work in giving us this heavy lift today. Ever since we have been in Amerijet 1992, it's definitely the heaviest lift out of St. Vincent. In the 80s, we had such a lift, but it was a mixture of ground provision, fruits, and fish. And what we would have normally done was to take half of it to Barbados and come back and take the other half and then lift the entire shipment out of Barbados. Now it's a big new ball game. Very, very happy. Want to congratulate the government on the airport with the 767 and 9,000 feet of runway. We certainly can do things, and we look forward doing bigger things from here on.
As part of their activities to commemorate Environmental Health and Safety Awareness Month, the St. Vincent Electricity Services VINLEC is for the next 7 days hosting the Carilec Linesman Symposium and Rodeo. Delivering welcome remarks at today's opening ceremony, Acting Chief Executive Officer of VINLEC, Dr. Vaughan Lewis, urged the participants to embrace their role and the importance of that role to the company, their families, and the country on a whole.
You understand your importance in the big picture and how critical you are to the functioning not only of your organization, but of your country and your family. It helps to motivate you to aspire to greater heights, to do the job even better. With the major hurricanes that went through the region, we still have some countries who are less than 50%. I think Dominica is less than 50% restored based on the last Carilec update. And it is not because they don't have generation capacity. It's not because they don't have other functions of the utility available to them. is because they don't have all their lines up. And they are completely dependent on the transmission and distribution resources locally and regionally. And that's a very, very clear example of how your job, what you do, not only affects your company, but your country.
Dr. Lewis further encouraged the participants to fully engage themselves in the 7-day proceedings, noting that it provides the opportunity to gain certification through training courses provided by CARILEC.
CARILEC plays a great role in this regard. It's not only the training for your skills and your safety, it's for the certification that comes out of some of their training programs that allows us the flexibility to move about. Absorb the training, the safety, the best practices, the leadership training that is available to you. And embrace your importance, not only as a lineman, but as a nation builder in your respective countries. And prepare yourself for the job that you would have going home during normal times and during times of disaster. The only disappointment this morning is that all the linemen are men. I mean, the trainers is not, but hopefully in the future, the profession of the linemen will cross all boundaries.
Welcome to Carnival Beat. The 2018 edition of the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, Vincy Mas, was officially launched last Saturday, May 5th. Leading up to the highly anticipated launching event at Carnival City, Victoria Park, there were whistle stops on both sides of the island, a junior fete world, and a parade of all aspects of carnival through the streets of Kingstown. Nikita Tony tells us more in this report.
Capital Kingston are buzzing with energy and excitement as a parade of all aspects of Carnival makes its way to Carnival City Victoria Park for the official launch of Vincy Mas 2018. I tell you.
Showcasing all components of Carnival from Mas, Calypso and Soca, and of course Pan, Saturday's launch was designed to spark the interest of both locals and visitors to the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, Vincy Mas. Kicking things off at Saturday's official launch was the Mas component, with 11 of the 15 Mas bands displaying pieces of their 2018 productions. It was then the turn of 2017 Panorama winners Starlift Steel Orchestra. Making their first official public appearance, the 7 contestants in this year's Miss SVG pageant encouraged patrons to come out and witness the crowning of a new queen on Saturday, June 2nd. The Calypso/Soca element was also well represented as the energetic performances by some of SVG's top Calypso and Soca artists had patrons raving. Sealing the deal, Saturday's launch of Vincy Mas 2018 ended with the Flow Heavy Hitters Showcase, with performances from Flow ambassadors including reigning Soca Monarch King Delroy Fireman Hooper.
With the 10 days of Vincy Mas set to kick off on the 29th of June 2018, the large crowds present here at tonight's official launch can only mean one thing. Vincy Mas 2018 is off to a tremendous start. Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
CDC Chairman Ricky Adams thanked all sponsors, participants and patrons for their continued support to ensure Vincy Mas remains the hottest carnival in the Caribbean.
The quality of our productions and the timing of our events. The paid all-inclusive options will return this year. I am again very impressed with the Miss SVG delegates, and I am looking forward to an exciting and innovative pageant. Tickets are already available for that event, so please ensure that you get your early bird and limited VIP tickets now. Soca Monarch semi-finals will again be held outside of Victoria Park and will again be a cooler style family picnic event. After a successful debut last year, Evo 4.1 returns as a show where the All-Stars meets the Clash of the Bands, meets Panorama, meets Dimanche Gras, meets Soca Monarch, meets Mardi Gras, all in one fantastic party, the best of Vincy Mas in one compact package. I am hearing rumors of Black Sand coming back to clash with Touch this year. All other shows are offering exciting innovations, including the drinks-inclusive pan lime option at Steel and Glitter. And I'd just like to say that tickets for all shows will go on sale in the next 2 weeks and will also include options for online purchasing.
Adams said the CDC will this year pay attention to event venues and production.
We continue to work collaboratively with all Vincy Mas stakeholders, Government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and its many ministries, law enforcement, the clergy, private sector, media, components of Vincy Mas, and private promoters to do what is best, not for CDC or any entity single, but for Vincy Mas and St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a whole. In closing, I would like to appeal to all of you in the audience and those who will reach through coverage of this event to come back on board again with us this year in any way you can and work with us to ensure that Vincy Mas remains the hottest carnival in the Caribbean. Vincy Mas, I tell you.
Declaring Vincy Mas 2018 officially launched, Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture Cecil Sesmaki congratulated the CDC and all other major stakeholders for making Vincy Mas 2018 a reality.
I want to say to all of the components, each year we focus on all of you and allow you to do your thing to sell Vincy Mas. The cultural activities, the festivals of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are a very important carrot for us to hold up to get persons to the destination. And Vincy Mas remains one of the top items in terms of festivals on the list.